One of my duties as a camp host is to check the affectionately known Iron Rangers. Which is, in my case, it's a tube where people drop their envelopes for payments on campsites. And it's located near the fee boards at most national parks, national forests, state forests, that type of thing. Let me kind of show you here. So this is just down the road from our campsite. I come up here. It's a self-service pay station. Explains the fees. Also the rules. These are very important. When you go to a new campsite you're not familiar with, this will tell you all the different things. Tell you things in the national forest, how to do reservations, special rules. And here's the Iron Ranger right here. This is where they drop their envelope. I'll grab my keys. Where'd I put those keys? Oh, I got them in my pocket. Figures. All right, here we go. I take this, it lifts right on out. I'll grab you guys again, so you can see. And it's got a little lid here. I open it up, and look in there. There's envelopes in there. Got 2 fee envelopes in here, as you can see. Personal information on there I'm not going to disclose. I take these back to camp, and then I go ahead and open them. Cash and checks get deposited. All the information gets logged about the camper, what vehicle they're driving, and we collect that information if there's damage to the campsite, theft, vandalism of any sort. We've got someone to charge back for it. Also, it gives us a record who stayed with us, and which can be helpful. Now, one of my other duties as a camp host is to clean the campsites and look for any damage or anything. So as you can see here, someone has shot my sign at my campsite here. So I'll report this and get a replacement sign at some point. Another thing I'm looking for is trash, micro trash. Here's some micro trash right here. It's affectionately known as micro trash. I also check the fire pit. And I'll clear out any old pieces of wood like this and around here, pick up the trash around there. Very common to have trash in the fire pit. For some reason people think that glass and aluminum burn. And as we all know, they don't. So they have to be picked up by somebody, and that somebody would be me. We also rake around the fire pit. And if we have any tent pads, in some of our smaller tent areas, we'll rake that tent pad. Not only does it pull things like the pine needles away from the fire pit, all that flammable material, so if someone was to leave a fire going, it doesn't have fuel to take off. Also, we're looking for, in this area we've got a lot of trees, so if we see a hazard, say a tree with what they call a widowmaker, or a branch that's hanging down ready to fall on someone, or something that could cause problems, we call the Forest Service to take care of it. As you can see, I carry a chainsaw with. That's simply because one day I was driving down the road, 100 feet in front of me, a tree dropped in front of me, 50 feet tall. At that point, I had nowhere to go. I had to turn around and drive over an hour to get back around to where I was at. Ended up having to call the Forest Service to assist me in removing the tree. And I had campers trapped in that area that had low clearance vehicles and couldn't go out the way I did. So, as you can see, my beautiful office. Man, I love it out here. Right down in this valley, right down here, one of my campers spotted a mountain lion a few weeks back. And we've seen deer. Just up the road here, I saw 3 bucks running together. 2 of them were sparring. It was kind of interesting to see. Now, some of my campsites have these cables up. These cables are meant to contain the campsite, so they don't want you driving beyond that or camping beyond that. You're supposed to camp within this area, which you can see is a pretty good size area. This is a popular ATV motorcycling area. So there's lots of trails for quads, dirt bikes. You get a lot of adventure bikes here. And they seem to all enjoy it. I take my side-by-side about 7 miles away to run at the far south end of our area. And I've enjoyed that pretty much a couple times. You know, we don't have a lot of time working 40 hours a week. But if you have any questions about some of our duties here, I forgot to mention too, this site's missing it, but typically right here, it's going to be a flip down sign with fire restrictions. So in Colorado, we have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 1 is fires only in the metal fire pits, like we showed you right over there. Stage 2 is propane fire pits or grills are allowed, but no other fires. It has to have an on-off switch. You have to be able to turn that flame off. Stage 3, no open flames whatsoever. So we've had to flip the signs once this year. We're currently in a stage 1. We were in a stage 2 for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I guess it was. So when I see one of the signs, I'll show it to you. All right, on to the next site. Now, another one of my chores or tasks that I have to complete are to check the bathrooms and clean when necessary. So let's go check it out. Typically what I do is I assess them first. At the bare minimum, I'm going to sweep them. Now it's, you know, it's Friday. Hasn't been a lot of traffic up here during the week. We do have a few. I do have gloves they provide me and my other supplies here. So let me get my gloves on. All right, I'm back now. Got the gloves on. These vault toilets are very expensive. These are concrete roofs, walls. Let's go in and check it out. They're all ADA compliant, handicap accessible. First I'm going to knock. And this is the major problem I have with all of them. The seats are up. Now I'm going to evaluate this. As you can see in here, the inside part there is called the riser. That riser is clean, no splatter, nothing. Looks pretty good. I've got air fresheners in here in the windows. And My toilet paper's full. Boy, the acoustics are terrible in there. Sorry about that. And I will go ahead and sweep this out. I'm gonna prop this door open. Now, let me look at the floor today. I think I'll mop it today. It's looking like it needs it. So we'll get it swept up and we'll be right back. All right, floor's all swept, ready to be mopped. And since all my bathrooms are within a couple miles of my campsite here, I bring a bucket of water for my mop water to rinse my mop out in. And then I got a sanitizer cleaner mix. The same stuff we use to do the toilets in this 2-gallon sprayer. And I just go ahead and spray some of this down. This will sanitize it, deodorize it, and cleans it as well. All right, that part's done. And my mop, kind of buried. It gets jumbled around in here quite a bit since we're bouncing down the road quite a bit. I have my mop right here. Right next to the chainsaw, right where it should be. All right. I'll set you down while I'm doing this. Unless it's been real rainy, I don't have a lot of issues with the floors getting too dirty. Mainly just getting swept. Of course, on the busier weekends, let's just say we got people with poor aim. Or some people that just want to be destructive, but typically that's not the case. Most of the time it's just like you see right now. So how do you do it where you compost? Or do you have any other questions about composting? Please leave them down below in the comments. If you're interested in how to do it, how to become a compost and stuff, and you want some more information about it, feel free to contact me. My email's in the description. I'd be happy to give you directions, maybe suggest a company. All right, we're all clean and ready for our campers. And this is what they expect to see out of the bathroom. It smells good. We got toilet paper, the floor is clean, the toilet's clean. I did an extra good job scrubbing that yesterday. Spent a lot of time on it. That's why it's still clean. It may or may not have even been used, maybe once because the seat was up. But if you ever use one of these, please remember to put the seat down because it's part of how they work. You get a vent system down here. If you leave that open, it doesn't draw fresh air in and go down the thing and come out the stack on top up here. There's some technical name for it, but there's a little stack up in the branch there. That might be something I got to get taken care of there. I'll have to let maintenance know about that. All right. On to the next task. A lot of our job out here is just to have a presence out here. And what I mean by that is people are less likely to do things that are to vandalize or break the rules if there's someone around watching them. But also it's good to have a presence out here so people have any questions about the rules or anything, they will flag you down and ask you, or you stop and ask them if they need anything. As you can see here, there's the trailhead right here. They all have these gates and signs that mark the trails. It's also how they mark forest roads too. This is one of the spurs we take care of. We take care of 64 sites over 42.8 miles. And this is my primary reservation area, although as of last weekend reservations ended out here because we're getting to the end of the season, so they don't accept any more reservations. This person right here pulled their camper in either last night or early this morning and dropped it, and as you can see on the signpost there, there's no receipt on there or anything, so I'm not sure what they're doing. So I left them a notice that there is a fee due for this site and directions on how to pay it, along with a deposit envelope that goes in the feed tubes or the Iron Ranger like we showed before. Having 64 sites means I can't get by these sites, you know, some only once a day, sometimes twice, but typically once a day. So I can't wait around for somebody or chase someone for a payment. So the notice of fee due is another tool I get to educate people on how to pay and that there is a fee for this area. This area has only been a fee area for approximately 5 years. It started in 2019, and this is such a dangerous intersection here with the trees. It would be so bad if people followed the speed limit at 20 miles an hour out here, but most of them don't observe that. But now this area is called designated dispersed camping, and what they mean by that, there is a sign, and that's the area where that campsite sign is, where you camp. You can't just pull off in the woods or off the side of the road and pitch a tent in the woods, or pull your camper into the woods. It's designated dispersed camping, and it is a fee area. The road we're on is approximately 17 miles long, and I've got 4 different roads off it that we have campsites on. The one that we're on is about 2 miles long. That one right there that I just came off of, and the other one are approximately about a half a mile long. There's an upper and lower section there. I have 4 bathrooms to take care of in the first 2 or 3 miles of where I go. That's why I had the water just in a bucket. We carry water with in a couple jugs to put out abandoned campfires, which I would not recommend doing, especially in this area, because we will turn them into the rangers. It is such a dangerous practice. I caught 2 last weekend. Luckily got them out before they took off. One had flames going in it even still. It wasn't just smoldering. There are a lot of trails out here. In this Pike National Forest, San Isabel National Forest area, approximately 1,100 miles of trails to maintain. So they have some private companies come in. There's some clubs that volunteer. Pretty neat operation. Some are working all year round, running around on motorcycles, maintaining the trails. Some are on quads. This is a day use area that's also our responsibility. These roads are rough. The reason I have four-wheel drive. Okay, that bathroom didn't need much. It just needed a quick sweep and a roll of toilet paper. I didn't have any extra with me yesterday, so I brought more today. We keep a supply back at camp. We're getting kind of low. I'll have to get maintenance or our district manager to drop some more off. So there's so many beautiful areas in here. Now, if you're interested, again, in camp hosting in Colorado, let me know. I can direct you to the people you need to contact. You can also go on, what I did to look at the jobs is I went on adventco.com and looked at forest jobs. They have other jobs on there too. You could work at Crater Lake and Oregon. You could work in Florida, all over the country. There's places in Tennessee, all over the place. Just pick your poison, I guess they say. All right. If we go straight here, that's called Devil's Head. It's a watchtower, a fire watchtower that is still manned. And young lady by the name of Ashley has been doing it for, I believe, 4 years, maybe 5 years. There's actually a cabin that they walk down to that they live in, and up in the fire watchtower during the day. They spend the whole season up there, approximately 6 to 7 months. This video's gotten pretty long, but we'll go ahead and leave you with some of the sights that we see out here at Pike National Forest. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.